Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of the 30-day Body, Mind, and Spirit Challenge. Today we're going to be continuing with the body using light body technology. Light body has been around for about a year and a half, but was actually written about a decade ago. It just was never at a form and a capacity where I really considered it worthy of reaching the limelight. So this was born in March of last year. Version 3 will be coming again in the new year in 2017. So with that said, today we're going to be continuing with body toning and flush. Now, yesterday I issued a slight warning about the flush mechanism. The flush mechanism is extremely powerful, folks. If you nucleate a gallon of this, just drink a few ounces and see how your body reacts. It really cleans you out quickly. And again, removing toxins within the body. Body toning is fantastic. It allows the body to firm up with minimal effort at the gym. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to start with water preparation. Where you put your attention, the intention will follow. We are removing the memories, the frequencies, and the structuring of wherever the water has been. Takes about 20 some odd seconds. Then we're going to move right into user preparation, creating a thin veil in the water that opens it up for acceptance. Opening up the subconscious mind, folks, is huge for this technology because the subconscious mind has induced belief systems that really need to be unlocked to get the full function of the intention. Although, Wayne Dyer, Dr. Emoto have proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that water can hold intention, water can be changed with intention, and, this technology has obviously mastered that. Okay, we're going to start with body toning. Where you put your attention, the intention will follow, folks. Technology is very simple to use. All you have to do is make the mental connection, pick your intent, software does the rest. Again, all the software runs on the Windows platform in any format on Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, or Windows 10. It'll run on cheap tablets, running Windows 10 or on a high-end PC. It is not resource intensive. Okay, next one we're going to be doing body flush. Again, we're going to run water preparation first. New glass of water, jug of water, case of water downstairs, body of water anywhere in existence as long as you can put your attention on it. Then we're going to move right into user preparation again, creating that thin veil in the subconscious mind, opening it up for acceptance. A lot of people experience this type of technology differently, and I just want to reiterate that there is no right way or wrong way. There's only the perfect way for you, and in that perfection you'll see maximum results with the technology. So again, folks, body flush. Where you put your attention, the intention will follow. Again, just be mindful of this one. It is very, very potent. I can't believe we're already on day 11. Oh my gosh. Moving right along. If you're having any fears or doubts about continuing, just push yourself, folks. This is your challenge. It's up to you to motivate yourself. We will help motivate you in all of our creative abilities, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to accept change in your life and push it forward. User preparation. Oh, I'm sorry. We already did that. We already did the flush. So again, folks, just be mindful of any of these intentions. They are extremely powerful within light body. Day 11 of the 30-day challenge. Thank you.
And good morning, Reno, the Conscious Health Alchemist here. We're on day 11 of your 30-day Holistic Health Challenge. Now, today I want to go into sleep. The topic of sleep, and most people neglect this part and And I'm here to say that sleep is one of the most important components to health. Now, when you're sleeping, there are many processes going on. There's probably millions or even billions of biochemical processes happening throughout the night. And the issue that is becoming is that most people aren't sleeping well throughout the night. They're not sleeping straight through. And there's a lot of factors at that. But what happens is there's several main things going on when you're sleeping. And the first one is called detoxification. So when you sleep at night, it's your time for your body to actually chill or start winding down, relax, but it's also time to start clearing out toxins. Okay, so that's the main proponent. Number two is the production of vital hormones that your endocrine system produces, and there's all sorts of, DHEA, melatonin, and there's probably who knows how many dozens more that are being produced while you sleep. And those are all regenerative biochemicals and hormones that are designed to regenerate, rebuild your body, keep you young and keep you fresh. And now the problem that I see is that most people aren't sleeping throughout the night, and there's many factors at play, and the main one is because of people's nutrition. They're intaking too many sugars throughout the day, and then the body at night and the brain chemistry and the whole nervous system is it's almost like in an agitated, amplified state, and so it's not really calming down to allow your brain to kick out all these chemicals and hormones to help regenerate your body. So a lot of people's nervous systems are overstimulated, and so at night a lot of people are waking up in the middle of the night. And there's another reason why people are not sleeping well throughout the night is they have way too many gadgets and gadgets in their room. And I've seen way too many people have TVs in their room, and they bring their cell phone in their room, and they have radios in their room, and the room is just like, when you walk into it, it's like, oh my God, it's like this, it's got this energy smog of all these devices. I'm here to say, please remove them from your room. Do not put a TV in your room. When you sleep, it's a sacred time. It should be all about regenerating and peace. And if you have your TV in your room, your TV's emitting radiation. Okay, your cell phone's emitting radiation. Even your alarm clock is going to be emitting radiation. That will impact your sleep cycle. And they've done studies, and even just having a little light, like a little one of those lights that shows that the device is on, that light can impact your ability to produce melatonin. And if your body senses that there's any light in the room, your body can't go into deep mode sleep and go, overnight. And you're supposed to go into REM sleep after so many hours of deep sleep. You're supposed to go into REM. That's when the most amount of rebuilding hormones are being produced. And if you have any lights or any static energies coming at you, your body can't go into that mode. And if you continuously do not allow your body to go into REM night after night, you're going to be very deficient in these hormones, and your health is going to suffer. So if you're feeling off when you wake up in the morning, you got some maybe some energetic stuff, but also maybe your nutrition. And so you need to rethink how you go about that. But my main recommendation is your room should be a sacred sanctuary. Get everything out. There should not be anything in your room, not even alarm clocks, not even like the nightstands. Get everything out. It should just be your bed and you, okay? And then when you sleep, it should just be about regenerating. And I would clear out every possible thing. I would recommend clearing out every possible thing that has, anything technological, any gadgets, even lights that are, you plug in and they're like lamps. Remove them as well, okay? Those things are not healthy. And so try that. And then also to regenerate, you really need to get yourself comfortable. So your bed, what direction is your bed facing? Because from what I've discovered is if your head faces north and your feet south, that usually works the best for most people. Now you can explore other directions, but it has been shown since there's North Pole, South Pole, that in the way the planet spins, usually most people do better with head facing north and feet facing south. I've tried a number of ways, and for me that works best. So you might want to find out the positioning of your bed, because sometimes just shifting and rotating your bed can make a huge difference. Okay, so now the deal is sleep, like I said, is one of the most important components to health. You need to regenerate your body, so you need to make sure that you're following these practices and making sure your bed's aligned, making sure your nutrition supply is coming in that's healthy, but also your room and what do you have going on. I would recommend putting some salt crystal lamps in your room if you're going to put anything. some candles, and just maybe some really beautiful photos. Okay, so things like that are good, but kind of leave out these technological gadgets are pulling people off and they're disrupting your sleep. So sleep is one of the most important components to health. Okay, so I've given you some powerful secrets today, and tomorrow I will come back with another powerful tip. But you're on day 11 of your 30-day challenge. I'm Reno Soriano. I'm the Conscious Health Alchemist, and remember, healthy body, happy soul.
Hi guys, Wendy Johnson, welcome back. I want to ask you guys today, if someone said you can be smarter, wouldn't you want to know how? Doesn't everyone want to be smarter if they can? Of course we do. And one of the best ways to actually do this is simpler than you think. It has to do with breath. Now, what does that have to do with being smarter? Well, most Westerners breathe through the chest. It's from here up. We don't even notice it. We need to take deeper belly breaths and get more oxygen into our body, into our bloodstream, and so our brain can have more oxygen. But that's not all. When we shallow breathe, or even worse, mouth breathe, we engage adrenaline and cortisol. Now, these are really only to be used in high stress situations. Now, early in humans' evolution, they were engaged in life and death situations. We had to get away from whatever was chasing us, whatever threat. It was literally life and death. But today, in modern lifestyle, we interpret that same threat with just everyday stress. Can't get somewhere in time, don't have enough money to pay this, how am I going to do this, this relationship is not working. It could go on and on and on. It's just part of being human. We will have that same chemical reaction in our body. And what happens is not only does cortisol and adrenaline get released, but our prefrontal cortex right here in the front of our brain, it will get shut down, and only the amygdala back here, the reptilian part of our brain, the ancient part of our brain, will be engaged. And that part is fight and flight. And most of you have heard about this, but again, we're going back to our daily modern lives. How does that really come into play when we may not even realize it? Well, number one, shallow breathing. And when we get stressed out, we breathe even more shallow. We may even open our mouths and start taking in air. That is definitely in threat mode. So from a chemical standpoint, in your brain and in your body, you are saying, hey, we have a life and death situation and we need to get you out of this. So we're going to shut down this PFC, the prefrontal cortex, and only operate from the reptilian part, because that's going to get you out of the situation. However, with modern problems, we need higher levels of reasoning and problem solving and be able to predict future outcomes. Well, all of that happens right here. So if we shut this down when we get in fight and flight via our perception of a stress, and then we start just breathing real shallow or taking it in through our mouths, we will defeat what we actually need the most, and that is higher levels of thought and problem solving. So your challenge is to pay more attention. Again, be the observer. Pay attention to how you're breathing. You're in traffic. You're just going about your regular, work day. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Pay more attention to how you're breathing. Life and death is just a breath away. It's that important, and it has so many more implications than just oxygenation. Also, it relaxes our blood vessels because we're taking in more nitric oxide. When we take in air through our nostrils, it runs over the sinuses and dilates the blood vessels. So many benefits. Pay attention to how you breathe. It'll relax your body more, and you'll be able to think more clearly and have more problem-solving skills, and that's what we all need. So that's your challenge. Thank you guys once again for tuning in, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, day 11, Body, Mind, Spirit Challenge. My name is Jim Standish and I am one of your co-hosts. So today I want to pick up exactly where we left off yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about creating a nice, safe trip to wherever it is you're going in whatever modality that particular travel method may be. So if you're in a vehicle and you're driving, cool. If you're carpooling, great. If you're taking a bus, that's cool. If you're riding a bicycle, it's all good. What I want you to do is just consciously think a little bit about what happens before it happens so that you can pave the path. And I noticed when I was loading the video last night that we touched on creating a parking space and didn't elaborate on that at all. And what I want to do is develop your belief system that you can do this. And later on, as we progress here, we're going to be working on healing techniques and directing energy to specific points in your body. And it's important for me to develop a belief system within you that you can do this. So these little tiny experiments, if you will, if you want to call them experiments, but these little adventures are specifically to do that, to develop your own belief system in yourself. So today we're going to work on creating a parking space. Now, if you're driving, that's cool. You know you're going to be going somewhere. You've already created a nice, safe trip, and I want you to create for yourself where you'd like to park. If you're taking a bus, maybe you have a favorite seat. Maybe you have a place that you like to sit on the bus. Every morning when you get on the bus, I'd like to sit in a certain spot. We're going to create that spot opening up for you so that when you get on the bus, that spot is there. If you take a bicycle and you're a bicyclist and you work in a community where a lot of other people ride a bike also, when you get to where you're going, I'll bet there's a favorite place that you like to hook up your bike. We're going to talk about that. So, just like we did yesterday, before you leave, before you even set into motion to where you're going to go, you're going to get into your space. We can do the breathing exercise if you want, whatever it takes for you to just kind of chill out for a little bit. Close your eyes, if it helps you to close your eyes, and just visualize. Visualize every step along your journey. Visualize yourself arriving safe and sound. Visualize yourself pulling into that favorite parking space. Visualize yourself sitting on your favorite spot on the bus. Maybe it's next to somebody. Maybe you wanted to sit next to somebody and talk to them, and you've wanted to talk to them for the longest time. Maybe you wanted to sit next to them for the longest time. We're going to work on creating that opportunity for you. And maybe it is pulling your bicycle up to this giant bicycle rack, and there's one spot that's just the best spot, and you want that spot. We're going to create that spot and practice this. Practice this, practice this, practice this. It may not happen the first time. It may not happen the second time. It may not happen the third time. Think of an Olympian. This past season we had the Summer Olympics, right? Do you think those guys and gals did what they do like the first time out of the gate? I mean, these guys have been working on this for years and years and years. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to take years and years and years for you guys to get down. However, it does take practice, and it takes a conscious effort. So today's homework, start working with this. Create a parking space, or the seat on the bus, or the person you want to talk to when you get there, and do it all inside here first, before it even happens, and do it consistently, day after day after day, and let's see if it just doesn't open up for you. That's all, day 11. I'll see you tomorrow on day 12.
Hi, I'm Dr. Howard. It's been known for a while that the brain has priority that can override the body's normal blood sugar control systems. So I'm not surprised that the latest thinking in Europe is that prediabetes and type 2 diabetes may be symptoms of brain dysfunction. Physical and emotional symptoms associated with blood sugar spikes seem to be similar to those associated with a person's response to low blood sugar. These may include negative, uncongenial behavior, sudden mood shifts, fuzzy thinking, senior moments, memory problems, physical weakness, heart discomfort, and sometimes visual disturbances, all of which I prefer to avoid. The magic ratio that I found for protein-carb balance appears to be 3.6 grams of carbs for each gram of protein. This translates to about 5.5 ounces of white potato for each ounce of meat, fish, chicken, eggs, or cheese. There'll be tables on this at my website. Bless you. You get another blessing tomorrow.
Hey everyone, Donna Whittington here from Peace, Love, and Bliss Coaching. Today I want to talk to you about exploration. exploration of our bodies, but also exploration of our ideas. So these last few days, we've talked about nakedness. We talked about getting naked. We've talked about being vulnerable. So I want to take it a step further and bringing in both the vulnerability and the nakedness into exploring ourselves and particularly our bodies. So we've looked at the mirror, we've looked at ourselves naked, we've looked in the mirror, we looked into our eyes, we've done all of that. So have you thought about exploring sexually? What are some of the things that you have thought about exploring but felt, I can't do that, or it's too taboo, or what will my partner think of me if I ask him or her to explore with me? So part of the whole thing about relationships is being able to be honest with yourself and with your partner. For those of you who are not in a relationship and you're single, you are going to want to be honest with yourself, especially when it comes to exploring and your ideas around sexuality and your body and things like that. Maybe there's some things that you've wanted to try over the years but felt it was, as I said, too taboo. So there are different ways to explore. You can, of course, go on the internet and seek out different things that you've never tried. You could go to meetup groups. So just different things that you're interested in trying, or talk to your partner. For those of you who are in relationships, talk to your partner, talk to your spouse. What are some of the things that you would like to do that you two don't do together sexually? How about role playing? How much fun could that be if you decided to play with your partner and do some role playing? Each of you could take a different type of role that you're not used to playing and explore that. Then, of course, you can talk about how that felt, how that made you feel. How did your partner feel? You know, lots of different things will come up, and this is a great time to explore those. For those of you who are single and are exploring, ask yourself the same questions. How did that make me feel? So, things like that you can explore. Donna Whittington from Peace, Love, and Bliss Coaching, urging you to do some exploration today, tonight. Try it throughout the month. Do something different. We've talked about doing things differently, and I'm urging you to explore different things around sex. Hope this is a very fun activity for you. And as always, you can connect with me on Facebook. We have the Love Connections page, LLC. There's that page there. You know, you can connect with me, like the page. You can send me emails there. You can also send me an email at peaceloveandblisscoaching@gmail.com. If you're connected to me in Facebook on my personal page, send me an email there. If you're not connected to me in Facebook, I won't see your emails and you'll think I'm ignoring you. So be sure to contact me at the Peace, Love, and Bliss coaching@gmail.com. Hope you're having a fabulous day.
Hi! Today I challenge you to get out of your head. If you're thinking too much, then explore something different. How do you do that? One way you can do that is by repeating, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Or you can think it. If you're in your head, you're probably thinking it. And then take a deep breath. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Give yourself some clarity, space. Play with it. Use it. And what else can you create when you're truly being you? And not what the limited mind has confined you to. Have fun and live outside the box of the confines of the mental reality. There's so much more to play with. There's so much more life to live. Bye and namaste. Blessings.